Hello? Hey guys, hey. It is Huffy Bear here. And we are back again with FGO. It's been a while since I've been playing FGO. But I figure, you know what? I want to get these bonus parts for finishing the story. I have like 12 days left, I think. So we're going to continue on with Olympus. Let's do this. Oh my lockup. I do need to make sure of something though. Chat here. Okay, so that's up. Go. Alright, let's start this. Let's start this bad boy up. People have always turned their gazes skyward. In ancient times, they saw gods dwelling in the heavens. For many long years, the sky was a sacred domain that remained ever beyond reach. But then at one point, proper human history began to see untold possibility in the vast space beyond the sky. Then on, it was no longer a mystery to be feared, but a riddle to be solved. That's right, we will use every tool we can, our minds especially, to discover what makes you tick. We will never stop again, not until we have claimed the heavens for ourselves. We will turn our gaze skyward, one day. We will bring down the gods. I wonder who was saying that. Was that Bluebell? Beyond the Great Pit. An impossibly enormous structure floats on the other side of the vast ocean, the texture that covers the planet's surface. As seen from the main monitor of the storm border currently soaring through the air, the structure appears to be a place inhabited by thousands, if not millions of people. Is that a city? Look up in the sky. These crystals. Atop the sprawling city sits another enormous structure. Above that, great mountains of translucent crystal loom even higher. There, beyond the crystalline peaks, lies the very thing they've been searching for. The roots of cosmic fantasy stretching out into space. That's the Tree of Emptiness. That's the Tree of Emptiness we saw from Atlantis. But that's not the only thing that surprised me. I never would have dreamed that there could be such a massive hollow space underneath the Great Pit. It doesn't look subterranean either. It's more like an entirely different world. This is the true surface of the Earth. While it no doubt would appear to be the bowels of the Earth from up on Atlantis, it is, in fact, the true face of this Atlantic Lostbelt. Atlantis itself is mere camouflage. In proper human history's Greek mythology, the age of man was ushered in through two great wars known as Machia. What is going on in this Lost Belt? How was it able to control this space to such a degree? How was it able to advance this far? It appears to operate in the same manner as the Chinese Lost Belt in that it fully embraces its Tree of Emptiness, but the manner in which it does so is wholly opposite the Chinese Lost Belts. While the Chinese Lost Belt hid its Tree of Emptiness completely, it has been allowed to flourish to the greatest possible extent. At least that's what it looks like. That part down by the base must be a city. Yeah, it looks like something you'd see in a science fiction novel. It's easily as impressive as the pictures of proper human history skyscrapers Sion showed me. Hey, morning moon. Welcome, welcome. Not sure if you've ever played FGO before. This is it's a mobile game. I can't tell what the exact dimensions of this city are just from looking at it, but it's safe to say there are at least 10 million people living there minimum. We're gonna have to fight. 10 million people. Good morning, good morning. This is really it, huh? Indeed, it would seem we truly have our work cut out for us. That, of course, is as true here in this fifth of the seven hells as it ever was. And as Da Vinci said before, we cannot blind ourselves to the cost of our actions, not even for a moment. That being said, how one reacts to such a cost depends entirely on the individual. I, for one, am delighted by how you all have held onto your humanity in the face of such adversity. Computer room here. Sorry to interrupt, but I just finished scanning our vicinity. Just like I expected, the atmosphere here is chock full of magical energy. So this is the age of gods. Magical energy densities at least on par with our servants. Records of the seventh singularity, if not higher. That is pretty high. Are you serious? But the seventh singularity was in Mesopotamia during proper human history's age of gods. And you're telling me this place exceeds its magical energy density? Ah, something just forced its way into our comms line. It's not from the Wandering Sea. This is... Look, up ahead. The signal's coming from that colossal structure. Fear us. Praise us. For you gaze upon mighty Olympus. The name of this Lost Belt I rule, given in honor of our great ark that has crossed the ocean of space. Now prostrate yourselves and weep before me. For this grand throne of the gods is not meant for the eyes of such insignificant specks as you. Thank you so much. I'm trying to have good diction as I do this. The last time I tried narrating FGO, I kind of got dry mouth. It's a lot of text to read, but I want to get better at it because I've seen a lot of my peers and my comrades, other streamers, they're able to read or read out loud, you know, for far longer than that. So I think this is a skill that I can cultivate. What's going on? This voice is so heavy. This pressure is immense, and he's not even here in person. It's as powerful as a spell designed to attack the mind. Da Vinci, quick! Raise our bounded field's output before something happens to Huffy Bear or Munaria. Got it. Now then. Between this immense pressure and this manner of speech, it looks like they're rolling out the biggest of big guns. Yeah, I do too. Normally. If I'm not mistaken, this must be... My name is Zeus. Zeus, the king of the gods. Are we gonna fight Zeus first? I rule over this ancient ocean. I rule this grand interstellar city. I rule over all. I am king of the Atlantic Lostbelt. Zeus. I was gonna say one of the 12 Olympians, but no matter. This is, unfortunately, the worst of the possible scenarios I predicted, of all the gods to come out and greet us. So that's the Zeus of this Lostbelt. I already had a good idea of this thanks to the Poseidon we saw in Atlantis, but... Indeed, this king of the gods may be very different from the one in proper human history, but deep down, they are fundamentally the same. The supreme being of Greek mythology, the winner of both Makia wars, and the one who rules over the 12 Olympians. Not merely a divine spirit, but a genuine god who once existed right here on Earth. His deep ties to both the concrete and abstract planes mean that he is one of the phenomena shaping the very world itself. To put it another way, the king of the gods of myth is in a very real sense the closest thing there is to a ruler of the entire planet. Then does that mean he's like Skatak Skadi in the Scandinavian Lostbelt? Or Arjuna in the Indian Lostbelt? Unfortunately, no. The combat data we collected from Artemis and Poseidon alone speak volumes. We were able to weaken Arjuna's divinity by attacking the faith he engendered. But we definitely won't be able to do the same with these gods. Their existence is fundamentally different. Their godly functionality is a core part of their being. Just look at the Theos Cleronomia if you need proof. Those are the nanomachines from the previous stream. Their functionality is what makes them different. That's what makes them gods. Nothing can be done to alter that. And Zeus is the one who stands above all the others. So what are you two trying to say? That Zeus is more powerful than any other foe we've faced to date? That can't possibly be true. Don't you remember how tough Arjuna was? He was a monster who'd absorbed every god in India. How could anything entire orders of magnitude more powerful than him ever exist? If, like Artemis and Poseidon, Zeus has continuously ruled over this planet since ancient times without changing his very nature, then he is, without a doubt, in a league of his own. For you see, the ancient dramatist Aeschylus once described Zeus as the omnipotent and omniscient god of justice, an omnipotent king of the gods. Ooh, ooh. Omnipotent, as in all-powerful? Oh, come now. How can he possibly be omnipotent? Zeus is strong, yes, but he's known for being sneaky and lecherous. He used to take any old animal they came across and toss them up into the sky as constellations. He also wields thunderbolts said to be capable of incinerating the entire universe. Foo! That's right. Foo! Foo! Is that true, Captain? Come on, give it to us straight. So the thing about Foo or Foe, they never voice in game, but in the animes they do have a voice for Foe. You're a half-god on Poseidon's side, right? Just what the hell are the Olympic gods? Are they just like the myths say, or are they something entirely different? Because if Zeus really does have the authority to destroy the whole universe, I don't know, okay? I mean, I can say that my father wasn't a machine. But if this Lost Belt developed along an entirely different timeline than the one we know, then it wouldn't surprise me if Zeus turned out to be a machine god, just like that Poseidon was. If these gods are the embodiment of this planet's concrete and abstract, and possess the same abilities, properties, and authority described in the mythology, and if on top of that, they also possess powerful mechanical bodies, then I suppose maybe those machines were always their true bodies, even in proper human history? And if that's the case, that would mean this Lost Belt is... Captain? Oh, right. Anyway, if he is omnipotent, and he seems to be, then he's the strongest being in Olympus. Oh, it's censored. Sorry about that. There's a pretty big word filter I have on. Ooh, so I don't know what that could be. So it's safe to assume he has authority powerful and all-encompassing enough to merit leading the other 12 Olympians. I don't know exactly what he's like here, but in the Age of Gods, I know he was definitely top dog. And he's top dog. So if at all possible, I'd really rather not face him head on. Exactly. He is not someone we want to go head to head with. It'd be one thing if there was a way to snuff out all of this demiurge class divinity like we did in Scandinavia and India. But when it's an honest to goodness genuine god we're talking about, that's just not gonna work. Woo! 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 What was that? Some kind of turbulence? Uh-oh, did we get hit? Now fall. Insignificant ones. All hands, brace for impact. Thunderbolts. No, these are great thunderbolts. These magical energy levels are bonkers. Every single bolt is ginormous. You're kidding me. They're all as strong as Artemis's cannon? Oh, come the hell on. I've heard of power creep, but this is nuts. Uniere, do whatever you must to make sure those things don't hit us. We only just got this new ship. Wait. Checking hull readings now. I was right. They're all missing us, but how? Missing us? Looks like our emergency scattering worked, Da Vinci. Hell yeah, it did. Well, I'll be. Excellent work, Captain. Technical advisor. You're both far more useful than Aquapazza there. Well, what was that gizmo just now, anyway? Some sort of secret defensive system you put together when I wasn't looking? Yep, pretty much. It's basically a kind of Spirit Origin chaff grenade that uses extremely high-performance dummy Spirit Origins to throw off enemy attacks. I only just finished putting it together before we went down the Great Pit. It's the Stormboarder's latest defense. I might not have been able to finish it in time for our showdown with Artemis, but it's designed to even defend against attacks from orbit. And as you just saw, it works brilliantly. None of that lightning is hitting us directly. Whoa. You're the best, Da Vinci. You know it. Heh, that's right. Our Stormboarder's amazing. This is just the kind of dream ship I would have imagined Captain Nemo and the Atlas Institute would come up with if they worked together. Not even Zeus's thunderbolts can touch us. You see that, Zeus? This is what proper human history's Mages Association can do when we set our minds to it. Now, all that being said, would you mind if I brought up a different issue? I know we're managing to fight a brilliant mid-air battle at the moment, but technically, this ship is still falling, right? Heh. I knew it! Of course we're technically falling. I'm doing my damnedest to slow our fall with the propulsion system and inertia controls, but I can't change the fact that this is a boat. Of course it's not going to work right anywhere that's not even on the sea, underwater, or void space. Huffy, Mash, get to your seats and don't move a muscle, and keep an eye on the monitors. Look for any body of water we could use for an emergency landing. Sea, lake, pond, anything. Aye aye, Captain. Roger that. Dodging Zeus's thunderbolts won't do us much good if we just end up being dashed to pieces on the ground. We need to keep the Stormboarder and myself safe at any cost. True, every aspect of this new border is undoubtedly at the cutting edge of proper human history technology. However, would the supreme being of a mythological system so advanced that they've had futuristic technology like nanomachines for thousands of years really miss his first strike? Then again, what if? Captain Da Vinci, open up the engine up full throttle. It's not safe to be up in the air like this. Nearby body of water or not, we need to land while the chaff is still working. There, target spotted 4,000 meters below. We can use the trees in that forest to cushion our descent. Set inertia to 7 o'clock. Point the bow downward. Unfurl the zero sail by 80%. Got it, I'll handle the controls. All you Marines, get to your posts now. Aye aye, man, we'll blast our way out of here like a giant marlin. Keep scattering the spirit origin chaff as we descend. Once we're 1,000 meters away from the target landing point, pitch the bow up. All hands, brace for impact. It's gonna be a bumpy landing. Ah, this G-force is intense. It feels like my gut's about to come clean off. Why are we going down this fast, Captain? I thought that Spirit Origin chaff was keeping us safe. Elementary deduction, Lord Rolf. True, the Stormboarder's new weaponry is a force to be reckoned with. However, take a look at the gale of thunderbolts and consider this. What if Zeus is still holding back, and this is just what he considers warning shots? Warning shots? Then you mean he still has yet to actually attack us? We're all as good as dead. They might call me Phoenix, but that doesn't mean I can fly out of here. Come on, everyone. Hurry. We need to get out of this airspace as soon as possible. That's exactly what I'm trying to do. Damn it, it's no use. I can't dodge every bolt. We're going to take a direct hit. Miniere, take the helm. What? Me? Senpai! Brace yourselves. Everyone. Interstellar Mountain City, Olympus, the day to bring down gods. I hope you guys have your water with you, or juice or whatever to hydrate. So where did we end up landing? Here, gliding point. Wow, ants don't know about us. ship. How am I supposed to emergency land a freaking battleship when I've never done it before? Ah! And why am I the one taking the helm? The hell are you doing, Captain? Ah! All hands, make sure you're strapped in tight. Gasp. Hey, we stopped. I'm alive, I think. Master, are you alright? I'm fine. What about you, Mash? I'm alright. I remained on standby in a half-sitting posture so I could be ready for a worst-case scenario, and I guess it worked out. Good. It looks like we stuck the emergency landing. Next, shut down magical reactors 1 through 3, and hurry! If Zeus notices their magical energy, he'll come after us. Already done, Captain. Would you mind taking care of the ship's camouflage? Don't worry. I'm already done. He's already done. Since I disguised the ship right before we landed, the enemy shouldn't have seen where we wound up. Hurry up with the cloaking. They may not be able to see us, but they should still be able to detect our magical energy. Aye, sir. Alright, now that things have settled down, let's assess our current situation. After Zeus attacked the storm border, we made an emergency landing near Olympus's western perimeter. By deploying optical camouflage around the ship, we were able to evade visual detection during the landing. We've also shut down the border's motive power, namely the magical reactors, and surrounded the entire hull with a concealing bounded field to prevent the enemy from detecting its magical energy. This should mean we've successfully landed the ship in Olympus, with the enemy none the wiser as to our location, at least theoretically. First off, great work everyone. You should all be proud that we made it out of that without having to resort to a dangerous zero sail. After all, in the worst case, a zero sail taken without the necessary precautions could wipe us all out. Really, the few times we've managed to pull one off so far were basically miracles. Woo! Anyway, the most important thing is I'm glad we're all okay. It just goes to show what an excellent machine the Stormboarder truly is. It can evade an omnipotent god's thunderbolts. It can dive into void space. If we brought it back to proper human history, it would be the greatest technological revolution of all time. That will never happen. This ship couldn't exist in a world where humanity was flourishing like it's supposed to. It's only in this completely bleached world that my Nautilus Noble Phantasm, Sion Pseudo-Spiritron Armor, aka the Hermes skin, Hephaestus' nanomachines, and Chaldea's engineering could all come together like this. The only reason the Stormboarder exists at all is to defeat the foreign god. It won't have a purpose beyond that. Ooh, I see. I suppose that's true, isn't it? But that doesn't change the fact that it's still a great, dependable ship. Indeed, you're spot on there. I'm glad to see you understand, Huffy. At any rate, we can't let everything we did in Atlantis be for nothing. And we certainly wouldn't be able to look at the Atlanteans in the eye if we got ourselves shot down before we even landed the ship. We'll need to be ready to use all available resources. Have you finished replenishing your command spells? Should have. I'm pretty sure I have. All the precious backup command spells we saved up in case we needed them for a huge battle. And we're just going to use them up like it's nothing. I can't believe I was actually able to replenish all three. Well, I did say they were precious. We can't exactly buy more refills from the command spell store. We were only able to scrape these together in time by running the Wandering Sea's magical reactors at full blast. Pooling my technical and administrative advisor's expertise and having Sion pull a few all-nighters. Only time and luck will tell if we're able to make any more. I see. So we really were fortunate to be able to use them now. Yes, I suppose. At any rate, now that things have come to this, we'll have to use every resource at our disposal. After all, we still have a crucial mission we need to carry out. Right, we absolutely must cut down the Tree of Emptiness here in Olympus. Tell me, Technical Advisor, how safe do you think we are right now? Good question. From the scans of the surrounding area, I'd say we lucked out. I'm guessing this area we're in now is the outskirts of Olympus. There are almost no buildings here, there's no sign of any natives, and I don't see a single soldier or defensive weapon anywhere. We can thank Muniera for his choice of landing spot, since he was the one handling the controls on short notice. I agree, I would have landed the ship myself, but I had my hands full coordinating with the Nemo series. Great job, Muniera. When we have a chance later, I'll give you a proper lesson on how to steer the ship. Well, hey, what can I say? It was pretty offensive. Impressive, if I do say so myself, but still. Sure, I got a little panicked when you first asked me to take over, but I figured things would work out if I just stuck to my usual game plan. You made the right call. I can't really take the credit. The storm border just did all the hard work. I just kept it stable. Still, I'm glad I was able to help you out, Captain. You definitely did. I was planning to station a Marine in the cockpit, but now I won't have to. So since I'll have one to spare now, I'll assign them to ship cleaning duty instead. Good. Keeping the ship clean at all times will be a great boost to morale. Well, Administrative Advisor, the bad news, I know well enough by now it can't all be good. Right you are, Director. You really are getting the hang of this. Now that we've shut down all of our magical reactors, restarting them will take some time. Which means, of course, that we are effectively stuck here for the time being. That means no zero sail either. Oh, I see. So does that mean we can't get away if they find us here? Good question. If they should happen to find us, making an escape will be very difficult. Right, as long as we're unable to start up the ship's engine at a moment's notice, we'll be out to sea without a lifeboat if we're spotted again. We end up taking several of those supercharged magical energy attacks head-on without even any of our defensive mechanisms to shield us, well, I don't even want to think about it. He fainted just thinking about it. Huh? Captain, why'd you collapse like that? Are you okay? I'm sorry. It looks like Zeus's great thunderbolts were even more powerful than we thought. The one that hit us didn't damage the ship too badly, but it did damage my spirit core. What? Oh no. Does this mean those thunderbolts are actually anti-servant attacks? It's a good thing only one of them hit us. If even one more of those had struck, we might have ended up losing our new ship. This is pathetic. I don't even have the strength to stand. Damn it, get Nemo Nurse in here on the double. Make sure Cap's as comfortable as possible. Right. Does this mean you're injured as well, Da Vinci? Looks that way. I thought I was just feeling off thanks to all the magical energy I used for the chaff and the concealing spell. but since I was acting as the Stormboarder's CPU and we got hit, I guess I actually got just as hurt as the captain. I think I'd better rest up for a while too. Vinci? Easy there. Good, I caught her in time. Thanks for the nurse call. Is it an emergency? I'll say, thanks for coming, Nemo. It's Captain and the Vinci. The former collapsed, and the latter's totally drained. Please, hurry. Things are not looking good for us, y'all. Boo! Boo! Holmes, Muniera, how are Da Vinci and Captain doing? They're both asleep now. Well, I say asleep, but it's more like what we did back in Scandinavia. They're in the recovery pods I used at the time. They may seem fine on the surface, but their spirit cores have both suffered significant damage. It may take them a few days, but don't worry, we expect them both to make full recoveries. To put it in the modern parlance, this will be no big deal. Well, that's a relief. Yes, it is. It's too bad we can't visit them while they're in the pods, but I'm still glad to hear they'll be okay. Quite so. Ideally, I'd prefer to wait for their full recovery before we begin our plan of attack in earnest, but indeed, we have neither the time nor the mental capacity to spare for that. Both the captain and the technical advisor fulfilled their duties spectacularly. Yes, they may be useless for the time being, but no matter, their recovery takes priority. Meanwhile, those of us who remain have an obligation to make the most of this opportunity they've given us, namely, make a move before we're found, right? Exactly. By this point, I suppose there was no need for me to say anything after all, was there? Alright. As the new director of Chaldea and the commander of the Stormboarder, here are my orders. Master Huffy, Mash Kyrielite, his faithful servant. There is still much we don't know about our situation, but even so, I'll need you two to head out. While I'm afraid we won't be able to support you as normal with our technical advisor incapacitated, myself, Muniera, and our administrative advisor will do our best to fill her shoes in the meantime. Your sole objective for now is to explore this Lostbelt and recruit other proper human history servants. At least this time, we won't be at a complete disadvantage thanks to the vanguard that got here ahead of us. Once you find the heroic spirits that came here from Atlantis, the tide is sure to turn swiftly in our favor. If we're going to defeat the detestable Crypter, cut down the preposterously huge Tree of Emptiness, and destroy that incredibly dangerous Zeus, you'll need to meet up with him first. Let's get going, Nash. Right, Master. I've just run a scan of our vicinity, and I'm afraid the circumstances are very much not in our favor. Unfortunately, we will be no more able to bolster our ranks by a summoning circle here than when we were in Atlantis. Every last ley line for kilometers is under intense observation. They are too man-made, or perhaps I should say God-made, to be of use to us. Suffice to say, we won't be able to secure the magical energy necessary to summon and maintain new heroic spirits while here in Olympus. I'm afraid we'll have to be content with using the Spirit Origin graph for temporary, combat-only summons. All the more reason we need to find the heroic spirits who came here ahead of us as soon as possible. With the forces we have, we won't be able to keep ourselves safe, let alone accomplish the mission. It would have made things a lot easier if we could have summoned more combat-ready heroic spirits from the ley line. But I guess that was too much to hope for, just like it was in Atlantis. Well, in the meantime, I don't know how much these will help, but here, these are for you two. Thanks, Maniera, but, what are they? They're disguise kits. Well, a kind of mystic code, really, that Da Vinci made in secret based off the Atlanteans. Basically, they use magecraft to deceive onlookers both optically and perceptually, giving you the same effect as wearing a disguise without actually having to put one on. She said they make use of the same disguise principles as Holmes's noble phantasm. They should let you disguise yourself as residents of Olympus and get the information we need. Right, I know this is business as usual for you guys, but still, be careful. The silver lining here is that your magical energy readings are the same as any other humans. Apparently, even Nash only has a tiny bit of aura, servant aura, about her right now. So hey, in that sense, this should make it a lot easier to sneak in than it would be if you were bringing servants along. That's true. Under these circumstances, the risk of a hostile servant noticing me or Senpai should be very low. So if all goes well, this should give us the chance we need to rendezvous with the heroic spirits who got here before us. But that being said, you'll still be at a major disadvantage if you do end up in a fight. So don't lean on the disguise kits too heavily, okay? Then again, you're both old hands now with gray shifts and Lostbelts, so I'm sure you already know that. Director. What is it, Administrative Advisor? I have 2 suggestions I'd like you to hear. The first is that we send the combat and environmental information we've gathered to date to the Wandering Sea in a data packet. And for the second, well, I think discretion would be the best course for this one. What's this now? Careful, I'm quite ticklish, you know. What was that? Are you serious, Administrative Advisor? But that's... surely you can't. Director, do you even remember the border guards that Odysseus kept under his command? I'm quite certain that your concerns, while understandable, are nevertheless unwarranted. It's incredibly risky, but I can't deny that it also makes a lot of sense. Ugh. Alright. As the director of Novum Chaldea, I can't have my subordinates be the only ones putting themselves in danger to restore proper human history. Very well, Administrative Advisor, I accept your proposal. Thank you. I had every confidence you would make the right decision. Oh? What are you guys talking about? I'm afraid the time is not yet right. Don't worry, we'll find out soon enough. Oh, I haven't heard you say that in a long time, Holmes. This is no laughing matter if you ask me. Jeez. Alright, once again, Huffy, Mash, Kyrielite, as Director of Novum Chaldea, here are your orders. You two are to leave the border at once and make your way to the city of Olympus. Once you're inside, find out where the other proper human history servants are, and meet up with them post-haste. After you have secured an adequate fighting force, you are to cut down the 5th Tree of Emptiness. Roger that. Understood. We begin our Olympus investigation right now. Foo, foo, foo! Wow. This is a lot of dialogue, you guys. There's no battles. Come on. I'm not even fighting any mobs right now. Hey, Chubbear. What's up, you bear, you? Morning. Directly beneath the 5th Tree of Emptiness, Magellan. Interstellar Mountainous City Olympus, Great Orbital Shrine, Olympia Dodona, the center of its operations. Europa, a revelation is upon us. A revelation is upon us. Hey, it's Europa. I literally just rolled her as a servant. Now is the time of revelation. Gather round, O noble gods of Olympus. He has ruled the heavens since the dawn of time, emerging triumphant in no less than 4 Machia. By day he rules over clear blue skies. By night he conquers what lies beyond them. He is the wielder of the great thunderbolts, capable of shattering stars, galaxies, even the very universe. Authorities no less than Uranus and Cronus themselves bow down to his will. Oh, nice. I hope you're eating good today. I only had a sandwich earlier. He is the great demiurge, the one who wields the Cronus crown for all eternity. Now behold, the words of the almighty Zeus. I trust all are here. Indeed they are, my lord. These are interesting silhouettes. The priest is here. Rejoice, my fellow gods. Rejoice, gods from foreign lands. All is proceeding according to my will. The seeds I planted have grown brilliantly, disturbed neither by chill rain nor merciless rays of sun. Tree of Emptiness Magellan, no, Atlas, the world tree, is about to bloom. Glory to Almighty Zeus. Congratulations, Father. That's wonderful, Father. Congratulations. We must restore mythology to its rightful place. This Lostbelt's divine power must not remain relegated to Olympus. It must spread across the world. Across every bit of bleached white land. If humans were unable to save it, then the task falls to the gods instead. I shall use all the power I wield to save this world in place of those gods who left during proper human history. For it is still far too soon to lose the intelligent human species that has taken root on this planet. This is indeed all unfolding absolutely wonderful. Even in my wildest dreams, I never imagined Atlas the World Tree would grow so large so quickly. It even puts the Indian Lostbelt tree's explosive growth to shame. This will undoubtedly be the land where our god, the foreign god, descends upon this world. Oh yes, of that I'm absolutely certain. Nothing could make we 3 alter egos who have come here on behalf of the foreign god happier. It is unfortunate that one of us could not be present at this time, but no matter. You have my pledge that I will do everything in my power to help you grow the world tree to maturity and to ensure the foreign god's descent proceeds undeterred. The foreign god? Excuse me? Ugh, it's always foreign god this and foreign god that with you. Are your ears working properly? Did you not hear what Almighty Zeus had to say? He's the one that's going to save this world. There's no place for your foreign god here. Now remember your place and hold your tongue, foreigner, lest you say something you regret. Now, Aphrodite. There's no need to let anger mar your beautiful face. Besides, you do well not to underestimate these gods from foreign lands, especially that monk there. Rumor is that he single-handedly drove the ancient land of India into a hellish cycle of reincarnation. So I'd be careful if I were you, lest he end up turning all of Olympus into Tartarus. Ha! Tartarus? Ridiculous. If you wish to joke, Demeter, save it for an audience who might appreciate your brand of humor. As for you, you have some nerve speaking of a foreign god in our presence. How dare you speak of a god from an alien planet, knowing full well that we descendants of chaos migrated here from across the galaxy? Who do you think you are? You know nothing of Zeus's power. You know nothing of what transpired 14,000 years ago at the moment our Lostbelt began. You have no idea how Zeus's thunderbolts utterly destroyed the foreign invader who came to kill all life on this planet. Who do I think I am, you asked? I am me, of course. No more, no less. Insolent little... Wait, Aphrodite. A moment, please, O goddess of beauty. If I may, allow me to remind you that we are all equally invested in seeing the world tree to maturity. Lord Crypter, the Crypter, says that though our long-term goals may be different, for now, cooperating is in our mutual best interest. Crypter Wodime. Oh, what's this? My, is this truly happening? You, the goddess of beauty herself, the arbiter of value for all humanity. Deigning to take advice from a mere human? I never thought I would see the day. Wow, this guy really knows how to throw salt in the wound. That's enough, Limbo. A joke is only funny when its audience is receptive. So I suggest you be more judicious about playing the jester while in the company of gods, especially given that same tendency led to your failure in India. You don't mince words, do you? I was merely trying to lighten the mood, but you're right, I did misjudge my audience. It seems my failure in India has affected me more than I realized. Forgive me, O gods of Greece. Aphrodite, goddess of beauty, Demeter, goddess of land. All-powerful Zeus, priestess queen Europa. I hope you will accept this humble apology. Limbo. Oh my. I do beg your pardon. Not at all. I am the one who owes you an apology. I hope you will forgive my momentary surprise, O gods of foreign lands. Limbo. Don't be absurd, my illustrious Queen Europa. I am the one who has wronged you. Not at... Silence, all of you. I understand your anger, I understand your impatience, but stay your tongues. There are some facts we must accept no matter how humiliating they may be. Namely, the fact that without the Tree of Emptiness, none of us could exist. Our glorious Olympus' prosperity, we 12 Olympians' eternal reign, all depend on the Tree of Emptiness. This we must come to terms with if we are to overcome this tree's hold on us. Overcome the tree's hold? Does that mean you plan to cut down the Tree of Emptiness? As long as you grow the tree to full maturity, we have no objections as to what you do with it afterwards. But still, the very idea of overcoming the tree's hold is just... Are you truly capable of such a thing, Almighty Zeus? Indeed, it is a task beyond even my all-encompassing power. Which is why I have formed an alliance with my sworn friend, Crypter Wodime the Crypter. Zeus, need I remind you that he is only a human? Zeus, you would still call that human your sworn friend? Silence. Crypter Wodime the Crypter is no ordinary human. One could well liken the mammalian humans from proper human history to little more than sentient reeds. And indeed, Crypter is sentient. Oh, Trubber, some background. In Fate Grand Order, the 12 Olympian gods from Greek mythology they're basically mechanical robots from outer space, and at the time when they landed on Earth, they gradually shifted into the Earth's mythology, because you know they're pretty big, all-powerful robots, and over time they eventually became like full gods, the way they normally are. And in Fate Grand Order, we're in this thing called the Lostbelt, which is basically, right now we're in a section of Greece, in the Olympus part of Greece, where the 12 gods never left. They never faded away. They just stayed. And right now they're trying to basically have their version of reality be the dominant one. And that's why we're here to stop it. Right now this mechanical Zeus means business. But no mere reed could ever be that strong. So far, we've killed Artemis and Poseidon so far. So this is the Machina Corridor of the great orbital shrine Olympia Dodona, huh? It's way too damn long if you ask me. How's a guy supposed to cross this thing and get where he's going on time? Did they just make it to scale with the gods of Olympus or something? At this rate, I'm gonna die of old age before I get anywhere. Still, on a different note, I can't believe he's just letting me walk around like this unsupervised. Odime, I swear, I can't tell what that guy's thinking. Now I feel like an idiot for keeping my guard up constantly, figuring it was just a matter of time before he sent someone to finish me off. I always thought a Crypter without a Lostbelt would be worthless, that he wouldn't have anywhere left to go and no reason to be kept alive. I was sure he was just going to take my serious light and be done with me. Was I wrong? I remember Director Marisbury said, "The serious light is the power to overturn the very world. Possessing it is what makes you a Crypter." We studied every abnormality that could possibly occur during the 7 Ages. We trained for every scenario we might encounter in the simulator. Team A was supposed to save the world. Our Sirius lights were supposed to be our trump card. But it's strange. When you think about it, we were never actually told what the Sirius light is. Sure, they told us they're even more powerful command spells. They produce more magical energy than the user could generate on their own. But the only one of us who actually knows when and why to use them is Wadime. After all, he was the one entrusted with their timing. So he should also be the only one who knows how the Sirius lights are really meant to be used. So then why hasn't he taken mine? Ever since we came back to life, Odime's always said how the Crypters are all equal in the foreign god's eyes, but it never occurred to me that he might really mean it. Does this mean he seriously believes that? Damn it, what am I saying? There's no way he could. He's a noble. He's got to have an angle I'm not seeing. There must be something that only he knows. Something about the Sirius lights, the foreign god, the Trees of Emptiness, and why the Lostbelts can exist in the present day. Alright, Wadime, I'll find out what it is you're up to. Whatever it is you and Zeus are plotting, I'm gonna bring it to light. If I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna need a distraction that really stands out. Ooh, I wonder what he's gonna use. You know, I was thinking, I still haven't been punished for my failure with the Indian Lostbelt, right? So go ahead and punish me however you see fit, Wadime. Whatever it is, I can take it. I hope I have not given you cause to mistake me, Pepe. We Crypters are colleagues, nothing more. I have no more authority to punish you than any of the others do. For the time being, Scandinavia, Peperoncino, let's just be glad you're alright. You're sure taking all this in stride. Not that I expected anything less, of course. But I still wouldn't feel right getting off scot-free. Why don't you at least take my serious light? Sure, I could probably save more face with a foreign god if I offered it up to them instead. But I couldn't care less about getting in either the foreign god or the alter ego's good graces. So here, hon, you can have my serious light. Make sure you make good use of it. Thank you, Pepe, but there's no need for that. You can keep yours. The serious light has not been my responsibility since Team A ceased to be relevant. So no, you should hang on to yours. What you do with it is up to you. I see. So Ophelia didn't happen to die after using hers. She died because she used her serious light. Would I be right in assuming that's what Marisbury had in mind when he put our team together? Not at liberty to answer that. Now I get it. I'm just starting to see a little more of what your relationship was really like. Hey Siesta, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. Thank you for dropping by. Despise me if you wish. You are probably right to do so. Despise you? Now you're just insulting me. I think the fact that you're refusing to say anything just goes to show how much integrity you have. Up to this point, I still wasn't sure who was connected to what. But I think I'm finally starting to see how the pieces fit together. It never really sunk in before, but I guess we really are enemies of humanity after all. I have to say, Pepe, your sheer mental fortitude never fails to surprise me. I'm amazed you can still smile like that under these circumstances. Yeah, my voice is fine. I'm just trying to alternate between characters. Hey, it's the one thing I've got going for me. Though in my case, it's more despair than self-possession. But hey, the important things are that I'm alive right now, and what it is I need to do next time, right? I'd never get anywhere if I spent all my time fretting about a past I can't change. So I'm just going to tell you this, in the hope that it might lead to an even more fun future. You know how the disciples are always telling us the foreign god wants the Lostbelts to flourish, and the strongest one will become the foundation of a new humanity? Well, I'm positive they're lying. They're not planning on any of the Lostbelts surviving. While we've been hoping that one of the Lostbelts will become the next proper human history, they've got other plans entirely. And why do you think that? I heard it straight from the alter ego's mouth back when he was elated at the prospect of his seemingly assured victory. I swear, I never would have guessed his fondness for hearing himself talk would actually work in our favor. I see, so you got Limbo to talk. And I won't be responsible for what you've learned, and it won't violate my contract with the foreign god. That being said, Yurenju, I can't say anything more in response to what you've just told me. All I can tell you is that I am prepared to establish this Lostbelt as the new proper human history. That I have done everything I can to see that vision made reality. I will use everything at my disposal to ensure this Atlantic Lostbelt becomes this planet's future. In the meantime, I want you to carry out your duties as a member of Team A in whatever way you feel is best. Hey, you don't have to tell me. I was already planning to do whatever I wanted. Besides, I was never really into the whole King of the Earth competition thing anyway. But let me know if you ever need help with anything, alright? I'm not that much of an ingrate, you know? Not that much of an ingrate, huh? Of course I know that, Pepe. You've been of help to me more often than you realize. You always described yourself as a cold-blooded killer, but in fact, you were always the most humane. Always honored your obligations more than anyone else. Oh? Unless I'm very much mistaken, there is a great deal of venom in your expression. Are you unhappy with what we just discussed? Laborantino came to his conclusions based on what the alter ego said. There's no need to eliminate him. Nor did I tell the other crypters any of the foreign gods' secrets. So far as I can tell, there have been no breaches of contract here. Am I wrong? Everything is proceeding according to plan. The Tree of Emptiness is now a fully grown catalyst, ready to bring your true form down to this world. Zeus no doubt means to use this energy for his own ideals. For my part, I have no intention of getting in his way. I promised him I would not, after all. We agreed that, though our positions may be very different, Zeus and I would work together to ensure that the Atlantic Lostbelt is fully completed. I will not be going back on the word. Not after he trusted me enough to let me see him in a moment of weakness. I'm well aware, if Zeus's plan comes to fruition, the Tree of Emptiness magical energy will be depleted, and the foreign god's descent will be delayed. Should that happen, I will be considered in breach of contract, and my life will be forfeit. But that is not going to happen. Much as it pains me to say this as his friend. Zeus's ideals will never work, even if his plan is flawless. Once they fail, that is where I come into play. Don't worry, I'll see my job is done perfectly. I value my life as much as anything. It would be equally trivial for me to complete this Lostbelt and see Zeus's ideals realized, or to conclude this Lostbelt and let the foreign god descend upon this world. The only unknown factor that could possibly pose an obstacle to either of those outcomes is Chaldea, and whatever course of action Huffy chooses to pursue. I only hope his spirit isn't yet broken. I'm counting on him to make his way here and once more throw himself into battle against me, so that I can conclusively demonstrate to him that his efforts were for naught. I'm so glad I kept water with me. I've been talking so much, y'all. An hour and more of me straight talking. Ooh, we unlocked it finally. So this is basically for quartz. Quartz. And temperance. I'm probably gonna roll for the new servant when we get a banner for him. It should be Voyager. I think he's cool. Alright, Olympus's reception, first half. Alright, I'll make a team for that. Information limited. Let's take a moment. Please set MASH as a starting number. There she is. We'll set Merlin back here. Yeah. This is all pretty much. Watch it be like a one boss fight. I should have taken a single target servant instead. Let's see here. It's been 2 hours since we left the storm border. Our comms still aren't working well, so we can't get in touch with anyone. I doubt the bounded fields our disguises are generating are interfering with the signal, so it must be the magical energy in the atmosphere. I guess this means we'll need to head back to the border to tell everyone what we find out. No need to rush. Let's take our time. I agree. There are no hostile entities nearby. I don't see any residents of Olympus either. But going off the topographical information I was able to glean right before we landed, we should soon arrive at the city's western perimeter. We'll have to be careful as we make our way there, Senpai. Whoa! It's nice to see you in good spirits, foe. I don't think I've seen you this happy since Scandinavia. Is it all the magical energy in the atmosphere? Let me double check the readings. The atmosphere's magical energy density is still on par with the Age of Gods from the 7th Singularity. I'm not seeing any abnormalities in your vitals either, Master. Everything looks to be within normal parameters. How about you, Mash? Are you doing okay? Yes, I'm fine. The only difference is that my skin feels a little bit more sensitive than usual. While we're here, why don't we check to make sure our disguises are working properly too? Activating disguise mystic codes now. Everything looks fine. Foe, foe, foe! Ah! What is it, foe? I think he's saying they work perfectly. I see. Thank you, foe. Oh! Thank you, really. Ash? Oh, I'm sorry. I was just thinking about the disguises. We still don't know what Olympians look like, so I hope they'll be enough to let us blend in. Foe. According to the instruction manual, these disguise kits reference current Atlantean fashion. To simulate the kinds of clothes the Atlanteans presumably wore before they were banished. Da Vinci must have figured out that an advanced civilization like Olympus would probably be the same today as it was several thousand years ago. So I suppose whether these disguises are effective or not will depend on how accurate her simulation is. I'm sure we'll be fine. That's true. Da Vinci's inventions have never let us down yet. Alright, Senpai, let's keep going. Olympus's western perimeter should be just up ahead. Time to start our close encounter of the third kind with the local populace of Olympus, this 5th Lost Belt. Oh, Kya! Wow, this place looks futuristic. Okay, we made it. Okay, we made it to the city. It certainly looks very different than anything we've seen in any other Lost Belt. Compared to, say, the Chinese Lost Belt, which developed along its own unique path. This one seems much more in line with what we would think of as a developed nation in proper human history. I can't believe there are actual skyscrapers here. I know, they look just like the kind you'd expect to see in any modern city. I can see even bigger ones off in the distance, too. I can't believe they've advanced so far. Oh? I'm sorry. I didn't realize I was spacing out. Anyway, the local residents don't seem to be paying us much attention, so it looks like the disguises are working. As I thought, There's even more concentrated magical energy here in the atmosphere than there was in Atlantis, as much as there was in the Age of Gods. Although... Good day, O glorious Zeus, blessed be his name. Blessed be his name. Glory to Lord Zeus for presiding over the sun in Apollo's stead. Did you sleep well last night? Of course. Thanks be to Lord Zeus for presiding over sleep in Hypnos' stead. I'm glad to see you're all doing so well. Praise be to Lord Demeter, Lady Demeter, for keeping you safe. Oh yes, you said it. The ambrosia was delicious again today. I just know it will help me be even more beautiful. It's true. You were beautiful yesterday and you're beautiful today too. I can feel Lady Aphrodite's protection surrounding me. I'll have to stop by one of the branch shrines later to pray to her. Looks like the philosophers are debating again on the sidewalk. We're so fortunate to have them. Hey, wait up, Janice. You're going way too fast. Race to the fountain. Wait for me! Hey, want to come to the Sacred Library in the East District with me? The Dean's Terminal is closing the university for the day to give a lecture there. Foe. It certainly seems like the local Olympians are all accustomed to this atmosphere. I suppose this means this is a humanity from the Age of Gods. Still, all that being said, I'm amazed to see how much foot traffic there is here. Between the buildings and the roads, it really does seem like a lost modern city from proper human history. Oh! What's more, everyone here seems so happy. They do, don't they? Yes. Foe. Don't worry, Foe. It won't be a problem. We know we're still on a mission. We won't forget where we're from or why we're here. Besides, we have an obligation to pay close attention to how the people of this Lostbelt live their lives. Master, did you notice any familiar words in those conversations we heard? You mean like Apollo and Demeter? Yes, exactly. Demeter, the goddess of the land. Aphrodite, the goddess of beauty. And I overheard a few others as well. I'm not sure if they were talking about the gods of mythology or other people named after them. They could also be talking about divine spirits, heroic spirits, mechanical gods like in Atlantis. Or maybe there are actual non-divine spirit gods here, like Zeus. Maybe there will be gods like Apollo who are willing to help us. I hope you're right. Now that Zeus himself has attacked us, it's only natural for most of the other gods to follow in his lead. But there should still be other gods like Apollo who will be exceptions to the rule. Foe. You'll let us know if you sense anything dangerous, right, Foe? Foe! Alright, Senpai. Let's start gathering information. Hey, Choco Cake, welcome. What's up, you bear you? How's it going? We should be able to learn what we need by making close contact with the local Olympians and talking to them. Hello. May Almighty Zeus's protection be with you. Oh, hey there. May Zeus and Hera's protection be with you too. Say, I don't think I've seen you two around here before. Right. I suppose you haven't. I only just got here from the, countryside. I basically came from the edge of town, so I'm still not used to being around so many people. FGO is pretty good. Yeah, I have both chats up on stream. And it should alternate to the stream too. But I'm doing pretty good, and FGO is pretty good, although I've been streaming for about an hour and we haven't had a fight yet. It's been straight dialogue so far. It's nuts. This is like the only... I don't remember the other Lostbelts being like this. There's a lot of lore being discussed, and I've kind of glanced over it. I haven't really been discussing it as we've been going along because I've been reading the dialogue, but there were some bombshells dropped in this Lostbelt so far. This was like the first confirmation, I'm pretty sure, across all of Fate in the Type Moon universe. It was like this chapter specifically, where it was confirmed that the Greek gods were robots from outer space. Like, this is where they confirmed it outright. It's only been like hinted at before. Yeah, I don't have transcoding, so I'm not affiliate, so if you need to be at another resolution or whatever, like, I'm on YouTube too. Then again, I've only been to Shrine Town a few times, and it's not like I've seen everything the city has to offer. And hey, there were less urban areas 10,000 or so years ago, so I guess it makes sense that there are still some districts like that now. So what brings you here? You just move in or something? No, nothing. I'm just, passing through on a trip. Anyway, I don't know much about this area, so I was hoping you might be able to fill me in. We just got here today and we're really lost. Oh, is he with you? I'm guessing you're married or something? You definitely don't look like siblings. We're, Foo! Oh, hello, cutie. You a squirrel? Some kind of chimera pup? No, I'm guessing not. Anyway, I won't pry. I think it's great you're traveling, and I'll be glad to tell you what you want to know. This is the west side of the interstellar mountainous city of Olympus' 10th residential layer. Here, take a look. Wow, that is a mouthful. Hey, you made the switch. Nice. Doesn't the holy vessel, Cronus Crown, look beautiful from this angle? Cronus Crown. See the great shrine inside it up there? You'll never get such a great view of it over in the East District. That's great orbital shrine Olympia Dodona, the heavenly castle of our holy gods. Glory be to Zeus. Way up there, above the crystal mountains that provide us with unlimited magical energy? Man, that Tree of Emptiness is huge. That's Atlas, the World Tree. It used to be called the Tree of Emptiness, but Almighty Zeus gave it a new name. It's a miraculous tree made up of Zeus's glorious light, and it was a gift from some gods of a foreign land. You can see it real clearly here, right? When it blooms, we're going to hold a huge festival right in this district. A festival? Well, sure, after all, that tree is what's keeping us alive after we were cut off from proper human history. Wait, hold up, what? So the regular citizens are completely aware of what's going on? This is the first Lostbelt that's like this. I see. It's not every day we get travelers around here. The last ones I met were a young couple a lot like you about 200 years ago. Yes, that's it. You should be proud. There's nothing wrong at all with taking the path less traveled. I have absolute faith that the gods support us humans in all our vast diversity. Still, that being said, I don't have much I can teach you. Surely you'd already learned about the crown and the world tree, right? No matter where you go, Olympus's endless bounty surrounds you. It's always been that way, especially over the last few thousand years, and it always will be. So there's nowhere in all of Olympus you could go where we aren't positively spoiled by riches. Just look at all these glittering production towers. The ambrosia Lady Demeter bestows upon us every day. Things like hunger, illness, injury, and pain are all relics of the distant past. What's that? Yes, that's right, 200 years ago. It was practically just the other day. Oh, these guys were immortal. My job? Haha, you travelers are funny. Jobs are those things people used to have to do to earn money, right? I'm amazed you still remember such an ancient concept. Are you history buffs or something? Ah, I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous. I don't want to work anymore. There's just something romantic about archaeology. It's such a shame that the gods don't like to talk about things that happened more than 10,000 or so years ago, but there aren't more records of the past. You must run into the same problems at every university and research organization. Me? Oh, I don't go to university. I'm an artist. There's nothing that brings the gods more joy than the evolution of art and culture. I don't know what we would do without the gods. They watch over us, protect us, love us. Ah, glory be to Zeus. Oh yes, in my case, I study under Educational Terminal number 3 at the nearby Art Academy. Well, me and about 500 other students. War? Yeah, I've heard that used to be a thing. You can read all about it in the government records, libraries, and university archives. Oh wait, is your district one of the ones that doesn't have any big government offices or libraries? I'm amazed there are still places in Olympus bereft of the gods' glory. Anyway, sure, I can tell you what I know. A long time ago, there were 4 great wars called Machia. The first was between Zeus's gods and Cronus's titans. The second was between Zeus's gods and the White Ruin. Ah, Altera. The third was between Zeus's gods and the Gigantes. The fourth was... Huh? The exile that took place a few thousand years ago? Yes, that was part of the fourth Machia, a tragic civil war between the gods themselves. The followers of the gods who lost, the poor people who did not accept the gods' protection, left Olympus and descended to Atlantis. Though another theory says that they left in search of their far-off homeland. Either way, it's all in the past now. Humans have never waged war with one another, and they never will. Oh, it's great here. Every day's so much fun. I played all day yesterday, and I'm gonna play all day today, too. Hey, what kind of animal is that? A baby chimera? A lion? Huh? What'd you say? Is there anything we're scared of? Or anything that hurts us? No, I can't think of anything like that. Heck, I can't even remember the last time I heard words like pain or scary. Are you two in pain? Are you two scared of something? This place is kind of creepy, y'all. You want to know more about the gods? You can't be serious, right? Is that a trick question or something? Huh? You're from the countryside? Do you know about Lord Zeus? I see. I had no idea there were still areas within Olympus bereft of the gods' glorious protection. Do tell where you're from later, okay? I'll let them know during my regular prayer at the branch shrine. I'm sure Lady Europa will take care of it once we bring this to her attention. You do know who Lady Europa is, right? Queen Europa is Lord Zeus's wife. She's a demigod who assimilated with Lady Hera, so she's sure to hear your prayers. Really? Don't tell me you didn't even know that. I didn't know that. So I guess Europa is a demi-servant? So she has Hera inside of her too? What about the branch shrines? You know, the places we go so the gods will hear our voices? You mean you don't even know about them? How the gods can hear us better there than anywhere else? You poor children. That's the saddest thing I've ever heard in my life. But don't worry, the gods watch over all of us equally. Ah, glory to the great gods of Olympus. Glory to the ones who sit atop the great shrine, in possession of the Cronus crown. Lady Demeter, Lady Aphrodite, Lord and Lady Dioscuri, Queen Europa, Almighty Zeus. Glory to our guests, the gods of foreign lands, and to Lord Zeus' sworn friend, Lord Krishtaria Wodime. Foe! Krishtaria. I guess that means everyone in Olympus knows who Krishtaria is then. Oh my, do watch your tongue. You can't refer to Lord Zeus' sworn friend without a title. Oh, I'm sorry. That just slipped out. I don't mind so much myself, but you could end up on probation if one of the guards were to hear you. Probation? You mean we'd be executed? Oh my, this is even worse than I thought. I can't even imagine how undeveloped the place you grew up in must be. You should really file a proper complaint with your local government office about this. Just to be perfectly clear, no guard would ever do anything so barbaric as that. Lord Zeus has decreed that not a single drop of blood should ever be spilled in Olympus. Oh my, I can't believe there's still even one place in the city that uses language like that. This is just beyond belief. I'm sorry, I was just reading a history book recently, and I guess I kind of got history mixed up with reality. Easy mistake, we've all been there. Really, I'll have to be careful about that. Foe? Foe? Uh-oh, is it fighting time? Is that what's happening? Attention, my beloved Olympians. This is Queen Europa. I'm speaking to you from above Great Orbital Shrine, Olympia Dodona. A revelation is upon us. A revelation is upon us. Oh! Oh? Quiet. Go on, stand up straight and pay attention. We haven't had an unscheduled public broadcast from the Great Shrine in hundreds of years. You know, you're not the first person who mentioned something that happened hundreds of years ago. You... Yes, of course I remember. Now hush already. This is a divine revelation. Intruders from the outside have infiltrated our interstellar mountainous city of Olympus. Be careful, my beloved citizens, for these intruders are extremely dangerous. Lord Zeus has sensed them here among you. There are two of them. These monstrous villains are from Chaldea, from proper human history. They are destroyers of worlds who have obliterated 4 other Lostbelts. These arrogant malefactors believe themselves this world's true inhabitants and look down their noses on our Olympus. We cannot peacefully coexist with such beings, so just this once, you are permitted to use violence against them. You will recognize one of these loathsome Chaldea demons by the red marks on their right hand. Should you find them, it is Zeus's command that you should kill them. Red marks on their right hand? Chaldea? No way. Are you two them? The ones from proper human history? Senpai, run for it, Bash. Right. Hey, get back here. Lord Zeus wants... Fokya! This way, foe. Woo! Why are those two running off like that? Wait, are those the Chaldea demons? Ah, it's Chaldea! The Chaldea demons! It's Chaldea! Chaldea! The Chaldea demons! Ah! I guess we're gonna fight the guards then, maybe not the people, because they're not really combat efficient. But hold it. This is as far as you go. We citizens of Olympus heard everything the Revelation told us. Please let us through. You people from Chaldea. I've been killing everyone in the Lostbelts, right? And now it's our turn. I have to say, it's still hard to believe. I would have expected you two to look more evil or something. I never would have guessed you'd actually look like a couple of sweet kids. Were you just trying to get us to lower our guard? I haven't done any combat training in a long time. I've never wished Lord Ares were still with us more than I do right now. We may have done away with concepts like jobs, labor, and professions a long time ago. What the heck? But we do still have soldiers. I may only be a reserve guard, but that's enough to let me don the armor of the gods. What the heck, dude? This looks so busted. Magical energy transformation. I can't believe a normal human is able to output so much magical energy. It's almost like a servant. Master. We need to distract him long enough to get away. Right, I know. For this battle, I'll consider this soldier a single servant class hostile. Initiating Ordinax combat mode. Setting output to maximum levels. A black shield, huh? That's Chaldea's weapon of choice. Very well then, let's see if your shield can withstand my divine steel, you heartless, merciless demons. Nash Kyrielite, preparing to engage in combat with hostile entity. Wow, dude, fucking finally. It's been almost 2 hours of no fight, of straight dialogue. That's fucking wild. Oof. Alright. So it's one enemy. This is not good. I only have a... I might need to restart this fight so I can pull a different servant out. Yeah, Mordred's more of a area of effect type gal, you know. Yeah, see, that didn't just wipe them straight out. Like, I could probably do it through crits, maybe. So I need to turn speed up, because this is going way too slow. Okay. Up. Back struggle.
示弾装填します。
OK。
前に出ます。
切り込む。黙れ。
This guy really does not like Nash at all.
内熱衝撃板装填します。
それじゃあ楽園の端にようこそ。これこそは我が父を滅ぼす邪剣クラレントブラスト。星の宇宙物見の中楽園の端から君に聞かせよう。罪なき者のみ通るのにガーデン・オブ・アバロン。
He's one of my favorite male voice actors, the guy who voices Noah. Use her MP.
以前のようにはいきませんが、はい。示弾以前のようにはいきませんが、照準捉えました。神明凍結展開。これは多くの道、多くの願いを受けた幻想の城。こうせよ、モールだ。
Part 2 is because her kit's a lot weaker in the first one. Now we'll use Merlin's invincibility.
さて、カウンティングオーバー。
Ooh.
そらよ。
This will do a lot of damage.
そらよ。
Bam.
任せな。
Bam.
黙れ。どうしたどうした。黙れ。テイクだテイク。
Oh wow. Yeah, Pierce. I wasn't expecting that. But we all survived, so it's okay.
ご要望とあらば。よっしゃ。よーし、ぶっ殺す。悪いね。うるせえ。これこそは。
You're wondering why I did that?
我が父を滅ぼす邪剣。
Looking for a clear
クラレン
path.
トブラスト。
That's okay. And battle complete. Oh crap. That took a while. He really is strong. And he said he was only a reserve guard who hasn't even trained in a long time. He's not giving us a single chance to escape. Then there's his sheer magical energy levels. They're on par with a servant. No, if anything, they're even higher. Master, the hostile is extremely powerful. He's easily several times stronger than the Atlantis border guards. His overall combat abilities are the same as a heroic spirit, maybe even higher. Sorry, Mash, just hanging there a little long. Stand back, Miss Curiolite. Reinforcements? I was afraid of this, based on what we know of the Atlantis border guards. I suspected the people of Olympus may each individually possess as much energy as a heroic spirit. I swear, why is it always the predictions you most want to be wrong that turn out to be spot on? Oh? Holmes, what are you doing here? Remember how the director was shouting right before you two left? That was because I had just suggested to him that I accompany you. So you've been nearby in your spirit form this whole time? Indeed I have. I had hoped that once my suspicions proved groundless, I could return to the border and continue protecting Da Vinci, Captain, and the director. But now that my suspicions have been proven correct, it seems that is no longer an option. Maritsu! Let's take him down together, Holmes. Please follow my lead. Understood. He blocked it. Now he's gonna counterattack. I should be able to defend, especially now that Holmes is backing me up. I'm surprised that I never thought your attacks would be so soft. Maybe deep down you really aren't cut out for fighting. But you're still from proper human history and Chaldea to boot. So I'll start by cutting off your arms. I'll use a defensive mystic code. Oh! Holmes? Maritsu can be employed for defense as well as offense. At least this is a damn sight better than what happened in Scandinavia. Miss Kyrielite, run for it. Don't look back, I'll find some way to hold him off. So you care for your allies. So then how? How can you bring yourselves to destroy Lostbelts? I could answer that if you wish, but would there be any point in doing so? Would you put away your sword if I did? No, I wouldn't. I've wasted enough time talking. I'm a soldier. All I need to do is to tear that spirit origin of yours to shreds. Prepare to die, insolent heroic spirit, without so much as a drop of divine blood. Get out of there! Holmes! We will win this. Moving forward is the only option we have left. On a long and despondent journey like this, none of us can afford to look back. Ash Kyrielite, Huffy, keep running and don't look back. Are you done prattling on now? Then die. Huh? Damn, you guys wasted no time kicking things into high gear. Couldn't you have been a little bit more elegant about it? That voice. It's Musashi. It's gotta be Musashi. This is the most prosperous of all the Lostbelts, a city-state ruled by real, genuine gods, right? So don't you think you should be a little bit more dignified in how you go about burying your fangs? Who are you? You wish to know who I am, soldier from the realm of the gods? I am a wanderer who crosses between worlds. I let the wind take me where it wished, and now, in my death, I have become a servant. If you want to know more about who I am, then I'll gladly tell you. I'm a saber who swore loyalty to that master there. I'm the sword fighter who's going to cut you down with 2 drawn blades, 2 hidden blades, and 1 secret blade. With my Nitan Ichiryu, I have achieved mastery over the void. My true name is Shinmen Musashi Makami Fujiwara no Harunobu. Call me Miyamoto Musashi. Eek! That was just too cool, even for me. Musashi is such a scene stealer whenever she shows up. Thankfully, I rolled her on my last battle. Alright, I think we can do... let's see, we can probably do one more fight. Or at least until we finish this section. So, we already got Mash to start. Oh, wow, they gave us a strong Musashi. Let's take her there. And my own Musashi isn't leveled yet, so let's take Okita Soji. outside there. Alright. Let's see what kind of fight this is. Oh wow, straight to a fight.
アーマードマッシュ行きます。
リラックスリラックス。
Go ahead and turn that off. Not really a fan of burning skills.
おや行くかい。 OK。
はい。
切り込む。ヒュー。
内熱衝撃板装填します。はい示弾
おや
装填します。
行くかい。切り込む。
Did enough to let her deploy her noble point. Wow, what the heck? How'd you get that, Musashi? And they're not going away. Wow, so okay, the NPC gets buffs.
よーしそこ狙うからね。
Boost the hit count up.
オルテナウス
おや
疑似リンク開始。神明凍結展開。これは多くの命多くの願いを受けた幻想の城。こうせよモールだ。
切り込む。
Okay.
最高のカードを君。楽園の端にようこそ。
お見せしましょう。任せて。
Let's go.
目力憤怒を持って諸悪を我が勝負イシャナ大天使。
星の宇宙物見の見て楽園の端から君に聞かせよう。罪なき
You
者
guys
の
ever
塔
play FGO?
ガーデン・オブ・アバロン。
Try to get Merlin on your
なん
team.
だ
He's so good. Basically, that's every other character. Oh, is it that time again already?
リラックスリラックス。
That
OK。 ご要望とあらば。
待ってます任せて。
悪いね。
that's it.
唐突に知らない。
Oh, nice. He's got double buster cards.
さてカウンティングオーバー。
He's got two.
よーしそこ狙うからね。五輪のし、
Alright,
お
what's your change?
任せて。
The game's simple enough to pick up.
目力
You guys like really long, convoluted stories?
この
Play this.
我が勝負イシャナ大天使。なんだ
Ooh, that was spicy.
切り返せるか。 案外想定内です。なんとかなりました、先輩。
So glad they made the support servant NPCs like they made them strong enough to actually make a difference. Very, very early on, they wouldn't really be doing too much. I'm losing? How? They're just ordinary human heroic spirits. Too bad. He outclasses me in sheer ability and training, and he knows absolutely nothing about real combat. Forgive me. Well done. I mean it. Will you tell me your names again, Chaldeans? Miyamoto Musashi of Niten Ichiryu. Mash Kyrielite Demi-Servant. Huffy, the Huffy Bear. Olympus will never let you escape with your lives. We will kill you. On that, you have my word. Foe. Well, thanks for saving us, Musashi. The battle is over. I wasn't planning to take his life directly. I'm sure you weren't. That's why I did it. There a problem with that, Huffy? No, well yes, but it's okay. Good. Now do you know what we need to do next? Get away from here as fast as we can, right? Very good. Remember, you're in the heart of enemy territory now, so get used to making calls like that. I'm sorry. Anyway, I'm so glad you're all okay. Did I manage to make it in time for the start of the adventure? Sure did. Thanks for showing up to save us. You bet. Whenever Chaldea is in danger, I'll be there to help. I still have to pay you guys back for letting me stay there after all. Anyway, I know we have a lot to catch up on, but right now we should focus on getting out of here. Like I said, this is the heart of enemy territory, so we don't want to stick around. Know the way out of town, Nash? Yes, I do. I'll secure an escape route right now. Great. I knew you had a keen eye for this stuff. How about you, Mr. Detective? Can you stand? I can. It would seem the bleeding stopped as well. Thank you, Miss Miyamoto. I don't know what I would have done if you hadn't come along. It would also seem you're more right than you know. Take a look. Damn, they mustered up the legions. Multiple Olympian soldiers spotted. Master. Mash, we need a new route now. Right, but I'm afraid all three major roads have been blockaded. And we can take the back alleys. They're nice and twisty. Perfect for making a getaway. That would seem to make more sense than moving about in the open. But wouldn't our enemy be more familiar with the lay of the land than us? True, that's why we'll just have to trust our luck when it comes to whether or not we'll run into anyone. If we do, we'll just have to cut them down and keep moving. Okay, let's get going. Right. Damn it. Right. My voice cracked. Alright. Olympus reception. This is the last section of section 2 or quest 2. Alright. Looks like the NPC one is strong enough I don't have to keep it back up, so let's take our own Musashi where she can get some some bond experience. She's kind of lacking in that right now. Someone else for bond too. Let's bring her through actually. There we go. Oh, you guys, just so heads up. So my 1 year anniversary is coming up later this month. Not sure what I'm gonna do yet. But can you believe it? Almost a year.
システムオールチェック大丈夫ですからマスター
Oh man, this would have been perfect for Mordred. Maybe I should have brought Mordred then.
リラックスリラックス。
Alright, it's up to you, Nash.
内熱衝撃板装填します
Got this guy.
示弾
ご要望
装填し
とや
ます
行くかい。切り込む。どうだい。
Nice. Okay. That. Bam.
まおーとも
Bam.
任せてなんの切り返せる
Use that to get more crit stars if she uses her other ability. Like, it increases the amount of crits you get. Okay. Yeah, I think she could do that.
君に全チップをかけよう。頼むぞ。
Oh no! Oh no, she had that nullified buff on. Damn it. Shouldn't have done that.
五輪の真髄
That
お見
ended
せ
up
しま
being
しょ
a total waste.
オーケー。
う任せてなん千万段自在天神ケーキその騎勢を医者の大天将
That
悪いね。
guy's out of the way.
なんの
I don't think this large scale annihilator would come with any weird tricks like that other one did.
任せて
楽園の端にようこそ。
待ってましたなんの
星の宇宙物見の楽園の端から君に聞かせよう。罪なき者のみ通るのにガーデン・オブ・アバロン。
なんの
It's just annoying to fight because of that nullified buff. Please, okay, yeah, anything. Like, they're just not gonna get those buffs otherwise.
内熱衝撃板装填します
Oh, there's that. Okay, have to trust to that.
ご要望とあ
オル
らば
テナウス任せて疑似リンク開始
悪いね。
神明凍結展開これは多くの道多くの願いを受けた戦争の城こうせよモールだケメオタなんの
さてカウンティングオーバー。
よーしそこ狙うからね示弾装填します待って
That should help us get more. She definitely has an easier time building up her
夢の
noble
世界
phantasm
にひとま
gauge,
ず退散。
specifically just because of that ability. Damn it, we should have been able to use that other buff first.
唐突に知らないよーしそこ狙うからね
Look at how weak my Musashi is. She isn't fully leveled up yet. to get her to that point.
浪林の神髄お見せしましょう任せて
That should be enough to wipe this guy though.
仁王栗から昇天書剣豪バット医者の大天書
There we go.
よし今回も生き残ったわねうどん食べに行くか
I wonder what kind of stuff they got for us. Phew, this is rough. I swear, is everyone on Olympus as strong as a heroic spirit? Because it sure feels like it. I'm not detecting any magical energy readings nearby. I think we managed to lose them for the time being. I'll use a talisman to put up a concealment bounded field. It's not much, but it should give you a moment to breathe. Nice. You did great, Master. You just ran the equivalent of a 1,500-meter dash at full speed. You should use this chance to take some deep breaths and replenish your oxygen levels. Would it help to sit down? No, I'm okay, thanks. Don't forget to rest up yourself, Nash. I won't. Thank you, Master. Oh, Foe! Right, thank you, Foe. That's very considerate. I guess it wasn't just that first Olympian soldier who turned out to be incredibly strong. No, it wasn't. These people have all been powered up to an unheard of degree. It feels like humans who were brought up to heroic spirit level while still somehow remaining human. And they're not just physically strong. Their mental toughness is off the charts too. They didn't even bat an eye at losing an arm. Yes, well, can you understand now why they might be so fired up, as they say nowadays? They're fighting for their world just as much as we are for ours. No doubt they have their own loved ones they wish to protect here. It's little wonder they would put up such a tremendous fight. There was always a chance that we would need to fight our way through the local populace in previous Lostbelts. Now it would seem that possibility has become reality. Meaning every person in this Lostbelt, that is everyone who lives here in Olympus, should now be considered our enemy. Everyone in this Lostbelt? Zeus's revelation was extremely effective. From now on, we should consider the entire city to be on the lookout for us. Suffice to say, the Olympians are simultaneously innocents who depend on the Tree of Emptiness for their survival. Vicious enemies who will take any chance they can to end us. Yeah. Which is exactly why we need to hold our heads high. Not we need to beat them or we need to be strong, but we need to hold our heads high, huh? He really does have his head screwed on straight. I didn't even have to break out a pep talk. I guess they've both seen a whole lot of worlds in the time between Russia and here. Oh right, this really isn't the time to let our guard down and relax, is it? Besides, we don't know if these people can still hear us through the bounded field or not. They can't. Strong as they may be, the Olympian soldiers are still limited by their human perception capabilities. The defensive systems do seem able to sense magical energy. But given the sheer amount found in the atmosphere, the addition of a few servants shouldn't draw any notice. So as long as we don't have, say, a divine spirit class servant among our ranks, or they don't try to find us with something similar to a god's own eyes, we should be safe for... Uh-oh. Mr. Holmes? As I was saying, something similar to a god's own eyes could be able to detect the bounded field itself. A god, in this case, referring to any being that surpasses our common understanding of magecraft and heroic spirits. In other words... Oh? In other words, to a god, or a being roughly on par with one, we would appear to be totally outnumbered. An enormous magical energy reading is heading our way. 30 meters, 20, 10. It's coming from the other side of the alley. What the heck is that? It was humanoid. It was definitely shaped like a human, but it was much too big to be one. It resembled nothing so much as a giant. The sound of metal scraping together pierced the air. Intruders detected. Initiating elimination. It was a bronze giant. What the heck is this thing? Fruit of Eternity. I guess that's the new upgrade material. Alright, so it's the start of section 3 now, but I'm sorry guys, I can't. I don't have the voice for more dialogue like that, so what we'll do is I'll do one daily. Yeah, we'll do one daily quest because I can use up some AP. And then that'll be it for stream today. Don't have as much of a deadline for playing FGOs much now. I really needed to play today to get the bonus parts, but it would still be good to finish this on a reasonable time, so maybe next week again on a Thursday or something. I'll be playing again tomorrow. Not FGO though. Tomorrow we'll be doing either Banjo-Kazooie or... I do need to play some more For Honor too, so we'll be back on our regular scheduled programming tomorrow with like non-mobile games, I guess I should say. Oof.
どうやら貴殿は気づいていないのかな。すでに包囲されていることに。ブラックダーティーパーティーハウリング。
Sometimes I think that guy's NP is just loud for no reason.
よし、勝っていくぜ。クサントス。 バリウス、エルトス、我が命は流星の部分。トラゴンや。
The voice actress of that young lady on my stream, Ishtar, voice actress of Rin, her name's Ueda Kana. She actually has a YouTube channel where she streams Apex Legends. It's actually really funny. So she'll stream with the exact same voice as the character. And then she'll play with her friends, you know, who are other voice actors from the same animes that she's been in. Especially the Fate ones. Those are so cool to watch. Even though I can't understand, like, I'll stop by and say hi. It's really, really cool to hear and see. Okay, now that that's done with... let's mute that for now. Here, where's my other thing? We'll close that. Just wanna put something on while I'm on the side. Yeah, we'll start with that. Okay, cool. Alright guys, that's it for now though. Yeah, thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate it. I'll catch y'all next time. me bear out. Oof, my voice is tired. I feel like I'm about to lose it.